Hello Year 5 and welcome to your maths lesson for today. Now, to make this lesson a little bit easier, I split yesterday's lesson and today's lesson in half because I feel like we can now have a go at doing some problem solving question using the skills that we've learned for our multiplying, okay? So rather than moving on to the next part of our math, which would have been dividing today, we're going to do some problem solving questions based around multiplying 4 digits by 2. Just now that you've had a chance to have a go at learning the skills, we're now going to try and apply them to some of our problem solving questions. So let's warm your brains up a little bit this morning, okay? And this should be a fairly easy exercise for you to have a go at, okay? So pause the video and I'd like to have a go at working out the answers to these two questions, please. Off you go. Okay, let's go through the answers then for these. So, as always, we know we're going to be starting from our ones column. So our first sum we're going to be doing is 3,824 multiplied by 2. So one way or another, we know that we're going to be doubling this answer. So 2 multiplied by 4 is 8. 2 lots of 20s, 40, so 4 tens. 2 lots of 800s is going to give me 1,600. So I know I've got 600s, and I'm going to have to exchange that 1 over into my thousands. And then 2 multiplied by 3,000, we know that's going to give us 6,000, add that additional 1, so it's going to give us 7,000. Now we know we're not going to be using anything for our ones value, so we need to make sure we include our placeholder. Okay, those of you that keep forgetting, you know who you are, need to make sure that you are adding in that placeholder. We are no longer using the ones column. Boom, it's gone. Okay, so now our next one's going to be 3,824 multiplied by 30, so 3 lots of 10s. So the first thing I'm going to do is 3 multiplied by 4. Okay, so 30 lots of 4 is going to give us 120. So that's going to give us 2 lots of our 10s. We're going to exchange that 1 over. Then we have 2 multiplied by 3 gives us 6, gives us that additional 7. So we've got 7 lots of 100. So we're going to put our 7. Then we do 3 multiplied by 8. Okay, so 30 multiplied by 800. So 3 lots of 8 is going to give us 24. So 2,400. So we're going to write our 4 in our thousands and we're going to move our 2 across. Then we're going to multiply 3 by 3, which is 9. Add that additional 2 for our thousands is going to give us 11,000. Okay, so that answer there is going to give us 114,720. So well done if you've got that correct. If you didn't get that correct and you can see where you've made the mistake, then have a go at writing that sum out again now that you know where you've gone wrong. Now, all we need to do is now add those numbers together. So we have 8 add 0 is 8, 4 add 2 is 6, 6 add 7 is going to give us 13, so we have to carry our 1 across. 7 add 4 is 11, add that extra one is going to give us 12, so we need to write that 2 and carry our 1 across. 1 add 1 gives us 2, and we have our final one. So our answer altogether is 122,368. So well done if you got that one correct. Right, let's have a look at the next one. So 7,506 multiplied by 24. So our first sum is going to be 7,506 multiplied by 4. So we have 4 multiplied by 6 is going to give us 24. Okay, so we write our 4 and our 1s, and we're going to carry our 2 lots of 10s into our 10s column. We know that anything multiplied by 0 is, well done Year 5, it's 0. But we had to exchange our 2 10s. We still need to add those on. So we're going to have 2 lots of 10s, so 20. Then we're going to multiply 4 by 5. So 5 multiplied by 4 is 20, but obviously we're multiplying by hundreds, so it's 200s. So we're going to have our 0, and we're going to carry our 2 across. Then we're going to do 7 multiplied by 4. Okay, but we need to remember to add our 2 on there. So 28 add 2 is going to give us our 30. And then all we need to do is add on that 3 at the end. So the answer to that first part is 30,024. Now, for those of you that forget this, what's the next thing I need to do? Yes, thank you. Well done. I need my placeholder. We're no longer doing anything with our ones column because we're now moving into multiplying by our tens. So we have 2 lots of 6 is going to give us 12, so 120. So we're going to write our 2 and we're going to carry our 1 into our hundreds. We know that 2 multiplied by 0 is 0 anyway, but we have a 1 in our hundreds column, so we need to add that in as 100. Now we're going to multiply by 20 by 50, so 2 multiplied by 5, which gives us 10. Okay, so that's going to give us 1,000. We're going to need to carry our 1,000 over into our 10,000 column. And then 2 multiplied by 7 is 14. Add that additional 1 is going to be 15. Okay, so it's going to be 150,000. So we're going to write our 5, carry our 1 across. And we don't have anything else to multiply, so we just need to add that 1 on the end. Our final step that we need to do now is we need to add them all together. So 4 add 0 is 4, 2 add 2 is 4, 0 add 1 is 1, we don't have any zeros to add together, 5 add 3 gives us 8, and our additional number gives us 1. So the answer for that one is 180,144. Well done if you got those correct. I know multiplying by a 4-digit number is getting a little bit more complicated. If you made some mistakes though, please go back and redo the question and work out where it was that you went wrong. If you have done well and you've got them all correct, let's move on to the next slide. So we're going to start working our way through 2 different types of problems. They're going to get slightly harder. Okay, so this one should be one of our slightly easy ones. And this is going to be where we use our area models. We've been looking at area models all week, okay, where we've partitioned our numbers, okay. So here we've got 2 plans, okay, one of the playing fields and one of the outdoor pool, okay. Now they're obviously not to scale. I have not managed to get on a swimming pool on my screen that is over nearly 7,000 meters long. Now we need to work out which one has the greater area. Now greater means bigger. So we need to work out which one has the biggest area, okay. Now we can make a prediction and then calculate to find out if you are correct. So what I would like to do is I first would like you to pause the video and I would like you to make a prediction about which one you think it is. Now to try and work this one out, we can use our estimating skills. So we're going to need to round our numbers, maybe to the nearest 10 or to the nearest 100 or 1,000, to maybe estimate which one is going to be bigger. So pause the video and have a go and make an estimation for both the playing field and the pool to see what we think our area is going to be roughly for both of them. Okay, pause the video and have a go. Okay, well, let's see how close your estimations were. So for the area of the playing fields, we know we're going to be multiplying our length by our height. So my sum is going to be 4,523 multiplied by 87. Now, if you've done that answer correctly, it should have given you 471,801 meters squared, okay? That's the important thing to remember. When we're doing the area, it's got to be either meters or centimeters squared, okay? Now, to work out the length of the pool, our sum is going to be 6,904 meters multiplied by 64 meters. And your answer would have given you 441,856. Now, we can see looking at that, if we start from our largest number, they're both within the 400,000s. So we know they're roughly not too far away from each other. However, if we look at our 10,000s column, we can see that here it's 70,000 and here it's only 40,000, okay? Which means the playing fields must have the greater area because it's a bigger number. Okay, now if you want to, you can compare those numbers to your estimations and see if your estimations actually helped you as well, because without even having to work out the sum, you would have been able to have made a guess without actually having to work out the full multiplication method as well. So well done if your estimations were very close to the similar answers as well. Right, let's have a go at a slightly harder question. So Neve here has answered some questions using her long multiplication skills, but she hasn't actually recorded her working out. Now, she sounds very familiar to some of my year 5s. I wonder which year 5s, you know who you are, might be the same children that don't record their working out. Well, now I'm going to show you what it's like to be me as your teacher, marking your books without your working out. Because what you need to now do is you need to work out what the correct answers were. Okay, so no mark scheme for you to rely on or look at. You won't be able to see where they've gone wrong. You now need to do the hard work and you are going to have to work out the questions yourselves. Okay, so now you can be Miss Humphrey for 5 minutes because now you know how frustrated I feel when you don't show me your working out. So pause the video. You need to work out these calculations for yourself. So you will need to do all 3 of those calculations to work out where they might have made a mistake. And you need to identify which mathematical sums she did gave her the correct answer and which ones were incorrect. Okay, so pause the video and have a go. Okay, so let's go through the very first one. So the first one is actually incorrect, okay? The answer should have been 135,655. Now, she's made the common mistake that a lot of you had made this week. She has actually forgotten to include her place value. And as a result, that meant her answer was 100,000 times smaller. Okay, so it's actually 10 times smaller because she forgot to add the place value, which meant her numbers got muddled up and it gave her the wrong answer. Okay, so the sum she actually did was 2,087 multiplied by 6. Okay, so she's forgotten the placeholder. Now, the second one is indeed correct. Okay, so she had managed to make sure she'd done 4,260 multiplied by 3 and multiplied the same number by 5. So we hadn't made any mistakes and we'd remembered our placeholder. Now, the third one is also incorrect, but for a different reason. Okay, now the answer should have been 182,196. Now, what she's actually done is she's multiplied the number by 7, but then she's actually forgotten to multiply by the 20. So she's actually only done 1/2 of the mathematical calculation. So she's not gone on and added her place value and then worked out the second sum that she needed to do. So she's actually only managed to work out half of the answer to the question. So now you can see how difficult it is for me when I mark your work and I think, well, they've got the answer wrong. But I'm not quite sure where they've got the answer wrong. And that's why it's important to show your working out, especially for you guys at home. If you realise that you've got the answer wrong when you've then worked out on a calculator, you'd be able to see where you went wrong if you've written your calculations out in front of you. Otherwise, you'd have to go through and write the calculation out anyway to get the right answer. So it saves you doing the hard work in the long run anyway. Okay? Now, this is going to be your last challenge before I move you on and doing your activity. So which of these calculations has the closest answer to 400,000? Now, you need to prove it. So we're not going to be estimating this time or having a guess. You need to work out the exact answer for both of these questions. You then need to work out, using your place value knowledge, okay, which one is closest to the 400,000 mark. So pause the video, work out the answers, and then tell me which one is actually closest to 400,000. Have a go. Okay, so the first sum here, your answer would have been 391,238. And your answer for your second sum over here would have been 406,055, okay? Now, to work out the difference, you can see here, I've actually used a subtraction method. So rather than just relying on my place value knowledge, I actually decided to do the inverse operation of what I would have done to find out the difference. And we know when we find out the difference, we take the smallest number away from the biggest number. So by working out the difference between our answers and 400,000, we're left with these two answers. Now, this tells me that this number is closest to 400,000 because the difference between the numbers is the smallest, okay? Also, though, looking at my place value, my answer here starts with 400,000. Okay, and we only have an additional 6,000, whereas this one here is 300,091. Now, I'd still need to add an additional 9,000 there to get to my 400,000. Okay, so it has the closest answer to 400,000 is going to be my calculation over here. So well done if you worked out how to do the different sums as well. So we're not just doing multiplication. Oh no, we're doing all of our skills. Okay, so well done if you've got that correct. If you made a mistake though, go back and check so that you can see where you went wrong. So I'm going to send you home a couple of your tasks, okay? I would like you to please have a go at both sets of the worksheets because these are important for your problem solving skills. And then on Monday, we will start with doing our division facts, okay? So have a go at those questions. Let me know how you get on when you send your work in next week and we'll get cracking with some division facts on Monday. All right? Have fun, Year 5.